I was born, Janet Toshak, I was red Catholic. I think actually I was always a spiritual child. As long as I can remember, I had a sense of presence of some sort. As I grew up Catholic, of course that was formed somewhat by the religious teaching. As I got to a certain point in life, I began to feel very, well, unhappy is a word. I could go further than that. It just seemed to me that it had all come to nothing, that all of the rules that I'd had didn't work. Well, I had been a very good Catholic girl, and yet there wasn't a sense of fulfillment and happiness, and I became very disillusioned. And so I tried for a little while to give it all away and just be a nothing, and that didn't work either. And then one day, I had been doing yoga since I was 16. Stretching and bending and a little relaxation at the end, and that didn't teach me anything either. And one day, I decided to do a little bit of counselling first, and that did help me. It helped me realise that it wasn't somebody else's fault if I was miserable, and therefore I couldn't ask them to make me happy either. So I became functionally more happy. You know, I could take responsibility for whether I felt down and whether I felt stable and things like that. And then one day, somebody who knew what I was like took me to a yoga foundation. And back then, yoga foundations didn't do any yoga postures. They didn't do asana. They didn't do yoga as it's currently experienced. They did do a lot of meditation, and they looked happy. And I said, "Why are you so happy?" And they said, "Because we meditate." So I finally found that meditation was what happens when you stop wanting the benefits of meditation. When the mind is still, that is meditation. And so all of the things that you come to meditation for actually have to stop when you meditate. And then I discovered so much about what religion had never taught me, what yoga hadn't taught me till then too. I discovered how my mind works, and I saw how it interferes with relationships, how it interferes with behaviours, how it interferes with reactions. When your mind is still, you begin to see how it works. And life changed. I became happier. I felt comfortable in my own skin. I felt really comfortable. I began to feel really comfortable anyway, with my family, with the people around me. And eventually I began to experience myself differently. Instead of, this is me and this is what I think, it became, this is what it is to be a self. This is what it is to be a human. And eventually I became a Swami.